The empty chair. In the cozy living room of a small bungalow, there was a single chair that stood out among the rest. It was old, its leather worn and cracked, but to Adora, it was priceless. It had belonged to her late husband, Chike. Every evening, he would sink into that chair, telling her stories about his day, while their children played at his feet. But Chike was gone now, taken too soon by a sudden illness that left Adora and her two young children reeling. Since his death, the chair had become a symbol of his absence. Adora couldn't bring herself to move it, let alone sit in it. It remained exactly where it had always been, facing the window, as if waiting for Chike to come home. Adora's world had shrunk to the size of her grief. Days bled into nights as she struggled to make ends meet, working odd jobs to keep her children fed and in school. She barely smiled, and when she did, it never reached her eyes. Her children, Kamsi and Nana, tried to cheer her up in their small ways. Nana would bring her drawings of their family, always including their father in the picture, sitting in his chair. Kamsi, the younger of the two, would climb onto her lap and whisper, "Mama, don't be sad. Papa is still here with us." But Adora felt a crushing loneliness. The house was filled with Chike's memory, his scent lingering on his favorite sweater, his tools neatly arranged in the shade, and of course, the empty chair. One stormy night, Adora sat by the window, staring at the rain pelting the glass. Thunder rumbled in the distance, and the children were asleep. She glanced at the empty chair and felt a pang of longing, so sharp it brought tears to her eyes. Suddenly, a soft melody filled the room. It was faint, but unmistakable. The song Chike used to hum while rocking Kamsi to sleep. Adora froze, her heart pounding. She turned towards the old radio, thinking it might have come on by itself, but it was silent. The sound seemed to come from the chair. Shaken, she approached it. The melody faded, replaced by a warm, comforting sensation that washed over her like a gentle embrace. For the first time in months, Adora felt as though she wasn't alone. In the days that followed, more subtle signs appeared. Chike's favorite mug, which she had placed on a high shelf, was suddenly back on the kitchen counter. A note she had written to herself and misplaced weeks ago was found resting on the chair. And then there were the dreams, vivid and lifelike, where Chike would sit in his chair, smiling at her and saying, "You were stronger than you think, Ada." At first, she dismissed it all as her mind playing tricks on her, but the signs became too consistent to ignore. One evening, she decided to test her theory. She sat in the chair, something she hadn't done since Chike's death, and closed her eyes. A wave of peace enveloped her. It wasn't just the memory of Chike that she felt. It was as though his spirit was there, urging her to move forward, to live again. Kamsi and Nana began to notice the change in their mother. She smiled more often, laughed at their jokes, and even started cooking Chike's favorite meals, which she had avoided since his passing. One day, as Kamsi played near the chair, she looked up and said, "Papa told me to tell you he loves you, Mama." Adora froze. "What do you mean, Kamsi?" Kamsi shrugged. "I don't know. I just felt like he said it." Adora hugged her tightly, tears streaming down her face. Over time, Adora began using the chair as a source of comfort and strength. When she felt overwhelmed, she would sit in it, close her eyes and imagine Chike's reassuring presence. It gave her the courage to take on challenges she had been avoiding, like applying for a better job and organizing the house. The children followed her lead, often sitting in the chair to talk to their father. It became a family ritual, a way for them to feel close to Chike even in his absence. One rainy afternoon, as Adora tidied up the living room, she found an envelope tucked in the chair's cushion. She hadn't noticed it before. Her hands trembled as she opened it. Inside was a letter written in Chike's handwriting. My dearest Ada, if you are reading this, it means I'm no longer there to hold your hand. But know that I'm always with you, watching over you and the children. You are stronger than you think, and I know you will take care of our family beautifully. Please don't let my absence steal your joy. Live, laugh, and love for all of us. Forever yours, Chike. Adora clutched the letter to her chest, sobbing uncontrollably, but feeling a deep sense of peace. The chair, once a symbol of loss, became a beacon of hope and love in their home. It reminded Adora that while Chike was no longer physically present, his love and guidance would always be with them. Adora found strength to rebuild her life, not just for her children, but for herself. She got a stable job, reconnected with old friends, and even started a community support group for widows. The empty chair remained in its place, no longer a source of sadness, but a cherished reminder of a love that transcended time. And every evening, as Adora tucked her children into bed, she whispered a silent thank you to Chike, knowing his spirit would always guide them. This is dedicated to everyone who lost someone special. May you find peace and comfort.
Painted the day so heavy and long. Whispers echo in the empty halls. Memories dance on these barren walls, seeking solace in a nighttime sky, finding comfort in